Come, Enchanterini, you may see a stranger.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the Broadway show tunes that make us swoon.
There's a place for us, a time and place for us.
Number 10, On My Own, Les Misérables.
Without a home, without a friend, without a face to say hello to. And now the night is near. Now I can make believe he's here.
In a musical full of tragic figures, Eponine is one of the saddest. Her Act 2 number, On My Own, almost instantly became one of Les Mis' signature moments. The poor, unfortunate daughter of thieving innkeepers, Eponine is in love with the young and handsome revolutionary Marius. He's in love with someone else. Even if he wasn't, he probably still wouldn't see her.
And although I know that he is blind, still I say there's a way for us.
Anyone who's ever been on the losing end of an unrequited crush is sure to hang on every word of her show-stopping anthem to longing, and that hopeless head-over-heels kind of love.
I love him, but only on my own.
Number 9, All I Ask of You, The Phantom of the Opera.
Let daylight dry your tears. I'm here with you, beside you, to guard you and to guide you.
In this epic musical, the Phantom begins enacting a reign of terror on the Paris Opera. Christine Daae, the soprano with whom he's obsessed, flees to the scenic roof of the building, where her enamored childhood sweetheart Raoul finds her. A fever pitch of emotion follows, set to one of the musical's grandest melodies.
Stay with me each night, each morning.
Say you love me.
No, I do.
Christine and Raoul make their loving requests to one another, promising to be each other's light in a world full of murderous phantoms and screaming prima donnas. The song builds to a brilliant and overwhelming crescendo as they kiss, hit some near impossible notes, and bring it in for an equally impossibly soft landing. Number 8, Suddenly Seymour, Little Shop of Horrors.
Lift up your head, wash off your mascara. Here, take my Kleenex, wipe that lipstick away.
This science fiction musical concerns plant store employee Seymour Krelborn making a Faustian bargain with a carnivorous plant from outer space. Audrey's the bombshell he's in love with, but whose taste in men betrays a disturbingly negative self-image. In Suddenly Seymour, she realizes the soft-spoken Seymour may be the man she's been looking for, and he realizes she actually loves him back.
Suddenly, Seymour is standing beside me. He don't give me orders. He don't condescend.
Finally coming together, their duet is almost rapturous. You almost forget he's just fed her repugnant and sadistic boyfriend to the plant he named after her. Love forgives a lot of sins.
With sweet understanding, Seymour's your man.
Number 7, If I Loved You, Carousel.
I start to wonder what life is all about.
And I always say two heads are better than one to figure it out.
This is a true classic of the musical theater. Carnival barker Billy Bigelow and mill worker Julie Jordan have only just met, but their attraction is growing. They're unable to come out and say how they feel about each other. So, If I Loved You is full of timid hypothetical situations. What would it actually feel like if they were in love?
If I loved you, words wouldn't come in an easy way.
Between their moments of honesty, they sing about the weather instead. When Carousel was revived on Broadway a few years back, Rodgers and Hammerstein's musical generated considerable controversy, and with good reason. Billy and Julie are not exactly couple goals, but on its own, the song is one of Rodgers and Hammerstein's very best.
Time and again I would try to say all I'd want you to know.
Number 6, I'll Cover You, Rent. In a total 180, this love song near the end of Act 1 finds Professor Tom Collins and Angel Dumont Chouinard confessing their love. Full of sweet harmonies and earnest feeling, the duet takes the form of a promise, and a clever reappropriation of the show's title and themes.
I think they meant it when they said you can't buy love. Now I know you can rent it. At least you are my love on life.
The two know more than most about how precious life is. With whatever time is left on the lease of their lives, they'll be each other's comfort and peace.
Wherever, whatever, I'll be your coat. You'll be my king and I'll be your castle. No, you'll be my queen and I'll be your moat.
If that doesn't make you cry the first time, the second act reprise of the song is another story. Collins vows to keep his promise, even if Angel is gone.
I'll cover 525,600.
Number 5, Joanna, Sweeney Todd, the Demon Barber of Fleet Street. One of the most acclaimed Broadway musicals is also one of the darkest, and yet still one of the most romantic.
I was half convinced I'd waken, satisfied enough to dream you. Happily I was mistaken.
Anthony, the idealistic young sailor, is struck by the image of Joanna at her window. She's a caged bird, and he's smitten by her and instantly realizes he must save her.
I'll steal you, Joanna. I'll steal you.
Singing this ode to Joanna's golden hair, Anthony promises he will take her away from the cruel and oppressive Judge Turpin. Until then, though, he assures that he will be with her in spirit. Much like the rest of the show, his song for her is equal parts creepy and gorgeous.
Till I'm with you, then I'm with you there, sweetly buried in your yellow hair.
Number 4, So in Love, Kiss Me Kate.
When I'm close to you, dear, the stars fill the sky. So in love with you am I.
Cole Porter is well known for his sophisticated wit and jaunty melodies, but he's equally at home with songs of unrequited love, like this standard from Kiss Me Kate. The musical centers around the personal lives and troubles of a group of actors putting on a production of The Taming of the Shrew.
With my joy delirious, when I knew that you could care.
Sung by the actress Lily Vanessy to her ex-husband Fred, it's a plea wrapped in a declaration of love. She's so in love with him that it's torturous and cruel. The numbers reprise and the second act finds Fred singing it back to her. It's intense, vulnerable, and earnest in a way that only the greatest love songs are.
So in love, so in love, so in love with you, my love.
Number 3, One Hand, One Heart, West Side Story.
Make of our vows one. last vow, even death won't part us.
A musical based on Romeo and Juliet wouldn't be much of a success if it didn't have one of the most romantic scores of all time. Somewhere is a crowd pleaser, but you could argue it doesn't necessarily have to be about romantic love. Not so with One Hand, One Heart. The two star-crossed lovers vows to each other as they imagine what their wedding might look like. Composer Leonard Bernstein had actually composed the melody for another show, but loved it so much he found a place for it in West Side Story. It's clear why he couldn't let it go. It's a breathtaking piece of music. Number 2, Till There Was You, The Music Man.
There were bells on the hill, but I never heard them ringing.
Wedding playlists were never the same after The Music Man dropped this one on the world. Simple, elegant, and brimming with feeling, librarian Marion Peru's confession of love for the grifter Harold Hill is the definition of romance. The lyrics tell of Marion's shift in perspective since meeting Harold.
But I never heard it singing. No, I never heard it at all till there was you.
Birds sing, bells ring. The world is full of beauty she didn't see or hear until he awakened it in her. Okay, well, if that's not a declaration of love, what is? This one was so irresistible, even the Beatles themselves got in on the action.
When there was music and wonderful roses, they'd send me.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. What More Can I Say? Falsettos. Marvin ponders his love for Whizzer.
I sing a roundelay. What more can I say?
Loving You. Passion. Fosca admits that her love for Giorgio is her entire purpose for living.
Gives me voice to say to the world, this is why I live.
On the Street Where You Live. My Fair Lady. Freddie's so in love, he'll wait for Eliza all night if he has to.
The towering feeling, just to know somehow you are near.
Bewitched, Bothered, and Bewildered. Pal Joey. An ode to how love makes you a little crazy.
And wouldn't sleep when love came and told me I shouldn't sleep. Bewitched, bothered, and bewildered am I.
Unexpected Song. Song and Dance. A soaring Andrew Lloyd Webber ballad famously performed by Bernadette Peters. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Some Enchanted Evening, South Pacific. In this Rodgers and Hammerstein song, Emile Debec woos Nellie Forbush with poetic imagery of strangers meeting in crowded rooms and hearing her laugh in his dreams.
You know, even then, that somewhere you'll see her again and again.
Some Enchanted Evening moves with such ease that it almost feels effortlessly written. Of course, that's the trick. It's a perfect encapsulation of how the most stirring songs can be so simple.
Who can explain it? Who can tell you why? Fools give you reasons, wise men never try.
Andrew Lloyd Webber himself cites the song as the best ever written for a musical. Countless covers by stars as varied as Frank Sinatra, Bob Dylan, Barbra Streisand, and The Temptations is proof that the song's beauty can stand on its own.
Never let heart go.
What Broadway song makes you believe in love? Let us know in the comments.
I long to discover something as true as this is.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.